Hi, welcome to the stream, everyone. Okay, let me fix this. I am not sitting as I wanted to sit because my seat is taken. In fact, I just sent it in the Discord, but this little lady stole my seat. So since you insisted on stealing my seat, baby, you're gonna have to do the introduction together with me. Now you can see her better. This is Nila, my cat. Say hi, baby. She seems so surprised to be here. Hi, Frog Trickster. Welcome to the stream. Nila's also saying hi. Where are you looking? What are you seeing? She looks so startled. You good? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Welcome back, everyone. It's Friday, which means it's art time. I hope everything's working well. I hope you can hear me. I hope music is working and everything. In fact, not everything is working again. I had to stream a bit later because I again was having technical difficulties. If you guys remember our last stream, which we also sort of labeled the Shrek challenge, that was because on my tablet, on my graphic tablet, I see everything in grayscale and with like green. It's like a green grayscale sorta. Really weird, and I still haven't been able to fix it, and I was like, okay, fuck it, let's just do it anyways, because you guys can see the real colors. I just can't on this display, but I can on my other monitor. So I was like, okay, whatever, I just want to stream, right? Then I couldn't calibrate my display, because for some reason, like a few months ago, my tablet started not being correctly calibrated every time I started it. Which means I had to recalibrate it every time before the stream, so that the point where I am like doing something with the graphic tablet pen is actually where the mouse will appear. It was always like somewhere else, and I wasn't able to calibrate it today because the calibrate button was missing from the program. It was just gone, and I have the recent driver, so I still don't understand how this sort of stuff keeps happening. Anyways, I reinstalled the driver, restarted my PC multiple times. I don't know what to tell you. It was fun once again. The typical technical difficulties, I'm telling you. I am convinced that at some point Nila was walking over my keyboard and changed something or broke something in the black box of my PC, which still has consequences to this day, which is probably the reason all of this is happening. Anyways, we are here. We are gonna do this somehow anyways. And the plan is actually gonna be the same one as last time, because for everyone who maybe doesn't know yet, I have the so-called mini Laulas. Those are little drawings of myself that I use either in my videos, but also I uploaded them as stickers in a Discord server so you guys can use them. So if you aren't part of the Discord server yet, I definitely recommend it so that you can use the stickers there. I can show you a few examples actually. If we head over here. Okay, so this is the moment where I want to see that you can see the normal colors. Yes, you can. Okay, yes, you can. Yeah, so here are a few of the mini Laulas, and these are already the colored ones, because before last stream, all of them were basically just white and purple. So last stream I started this thing where I was starting to color them in. So here you can see a few examples of that, like this one. And all of those have already been uploaded to the Discord too, so feel free to use them. Now you have some colored versions, and since I have even more mini Laulas, I just really wanted to color even more, and I just think it's a cozy stream. That's just what it's gonna be. That's just a chat and talk in the meantime. And this one you can see here is gonna be our first example of what we're gonna color in today. And I still have the swatch here with the colors that we were using. We were using a lot of time on simply deciding on the colors, especially my hair color last time, because like I want enough contrast in these little drawings so that you can recognize it from afar. Yeah, anyways, we have the colors now, so we have everything to do this time. But anyways, how are you guys doing? How was your week? How are you doing? Let me know in chat. And without further ado, let's get started. In the meantime, I'm just gonna quickly put this on full screen so you don't see that ugly bar the whole time. And let's get started. I decided to stream a bit earlier today, but I already had to move the stream. Yeah, also because of the technical stuff again. Yeah, it is what it is. So we have our white base here. So what I'm gonna do is just add a layer above that, go to clipping mask, and now we can start coloring without it going over the lines. Yay, the brush is here, it's working. Okay, first things first, let's do the skin tone, which was this one. Again, everything I see is grayscale, green grayscale. I have to look up to my monitor to see the actual colors that you guys see. But it is what it is. We shall deal with it until I find a solution, which I don't know if I ever will. We'll see. Maybe I'll just have to use this tablet this way. Maybe I just won't use this tablet anymore at some point. First it was my iPad, which I couldn't really use anymore because of my storage issues and stuff. Now it's this one. So if this continues, I will probably not be making any digital art anymore if this continues. Okay, let's grab the hair color. I'm looking forward to uploading the new colored versions today again in the Discord. Since I did the last ones, I already noticed that it is more fun to use colored stickers. And I think you can recognize them a little bit better. Nonetheless, there's not that much contrast to them still, simply because I'm very pale. So my skin tone that I use for these colored versions is pretty pale. And my hair color is pretty much the same color as my skin. If you think about it, like, look at this. It's basically the same color. I'm just a low contrast person. And from afar, it makes it hard to distinguish between the hair and the skin when you look at these stickers, so... Oh, I also have the white behind the text. Oh, let's not color over that. I hope everything's working. Should be working fine, I think. And this is always the moment where I realize, ooh, I was a bit messy when I made this in the first place, because like here, there's a little gap, which I'm gonna have to fix in a second. This mini Laula is so cute. Thanks, Frog Trickster. I like it a lot too. I love using it when I have new people in the server, for instance, to just say hi. Sometimes, to be honest, it's hard to read text with like the little mini stickers in like a Discord. But I think it's not new. I think I'm not the only one who's like using text in her stickers, in her mini Sona for like Discord and stuff. I have seen it done before, but I don't know. I just did a white background behind the hi so that it's easier to read from afar, but nonetheless it's just it's all so small, which is like the huge challenge with that thing. I'm not that good at it, honestly. I'm not that good at creating those. Also, I created them very inconsistently. I feel like people, hi Mietz, wait, it's so small. I can't read it. Give me a second. Here, Mietzli, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, I feel like people who create these stickers, usually they would like do them all in one batch, I feel like. Maybe even with a base packet that they have, and like with the sole purpose of doing it for like Discord and Twitch, and like with the same brush size, the same color palette and stuff. And for me, it was like very sporadic. I did it in one stream, then in the next stream, I kind of switched the style because I did it over long time periods. There are also the very old mini Laulas who still look pretty different, were more detailed. And I got more towards this, you being able to recognize this from afar over time. So I got kind of better at it, or focus more on this over time. Yeah. Should we do the color that this t-shirt has? Wait, what shirt color did I give my mini Laulas in the last stream? I just mainly gave purple, right? These are my arm warmers. Here I just gave a purple shirt. I mean, I can also just... Let's see what it looks if I give the color of the shirt. Because I have like 2 shirts that have this color. It's like not really black. It's like a warm gray, kinda. Maybe this. Maybe this? Does this look like my shirt color? Does it? Is it too brown still? More gray, like this? Yeah, this might be it, maybe. Maybe the problem is also that my purple outlines are not dark enough, honestly. Because it looks a lot like the same color here. It's the same value, basically. You see what I mean? Like the value of these purple outlines is the exact same value as this shirt color I'm giving here. And even though you can see these are 2 different colors, it's kind of straining on the eye because it's the same value. But from afar, it probably doesn't matter in the first place. It's just gonna all become one huge blob anyways. Mietzli, how are you doing? And everyone else, how was your week? How are you? Should I make it darker? Should I change something about this, maybe? Maybe I should make this darker. Wait, there was a shortcut. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is probably better. It almost looks like black. I want it to be black completely. If I zoom out, from afar it looks like this. It looks cute, doesn't it? I think it's cute. Okay, let's add this color to the palette. How do I do that? I go to swatch. I'm here with my mini Laulas, and then I add this here. Perfect. Now we have a new shirt color. Oh my god. As I said, like, usually people who create their little mini sonas for stickers and stuff, I feel like they always wear the same clothes. Like, if you watch a show, a TV show, an anime, if you pay close attention, you will have noticed that the character design has certain clothes to it, and they usually don't really switch it around. Like, you will have 1,000 episodes, and the people will be mainly wearing the same stuff throughout all these episodes. And I feel like people do the same thing with their stickers for Discord and Twitch, also mainly to stay recognizable, I think. But I don't know. I couldn't decide on like one main outfit for my little mini Sona. So I'm just basically giving her multiple ones, mainly inspired from the stuff that I wear a lot in everyday life. Okay, except for this one. This is a naked one. Because it's based on that cat meme. Kind of felt weird to give a shirt here. I don't know. But yeah, I have this yellow crop top in real life. I have pants like this. I have these purple arm warmers. I don't have a purple t-shirt like that, honestly, I think. But I just felt like adding a purple t-shirt here. I have a crop top that's like a white mini one like this one. Yeah, so it is inspired of like my real life outfits at least. Okay, then I think the next thing I used to do for these was add some color variation. But first of all, let's fix this. This is annoying me. This is better. This is cleaner. I wanted to add some color variation here. So if I pick the skin color again, I would choose an airbrush. I would go more saturated, redder, stuff like that. Like here. Also, I went over the line here. Wait, no. Which one is it? The hair? Huh? Where did I do this? Here. And then I'm gonna re-pick the original skin color, go to the airbrush again, and I'm gonna go more yellowish. Alright, what else did we do? We also gave shading, so let's do that. I think I used this for shading. I think so. In what direction was the shading usually? Wait, I think it was always from the upper left. Was it? Like if we check this out. Oh no, upper right, upper right. Okay, let's keep at least that consistent. Let's try. Again, you can really see here where I was too messy with the base. Okay, I think like this is okay for the shading. Almost. Let's still do this part. And I want to do a few highlights. I'll just do them in white like last time. I want to find the brush again, which is this one. Like this brush. I also like using it for my line art mainly. I think I also used it for the line art in this one. Okay, let's just add a few highlights to the hair. That's what I like to do. Like this. I feel like that makes it recognizable from afar where the hair is. Like when you see it, when it's very small, like this is how you're gonna see it in Discord and stuff. I feel like these highlights add a lot, actually. I forgot my earrings, did I? I did. So what if I just do this? Let me actually pick that color too and add it to the line art. Like this, maybe? Okay, let's fix the white base. Here especially. And I think these little parts. I think that's it. I think we already did everything we usually do for these. Let's check again with, for example, that one. Here we have the highlights with shading. Color variation. Yeah, we got all that. That works. Alright. Maybe a bit more color variation. Because why not? Ooh, hi Takoyuki. Welcome. Thanks for following and welcome. Yeah, I think like this maybe. Or is that too strong? Might be too much. Let's just add more of a gradient here. That's better. Alright, I think I'm happy with this one. Let's save that. And export it. And you can be sure to see this as a new colored sticker in the Discord by today. Hello, the mini Laulas are so cute. Oh, thank you. Do you also have a little art sauna? Because every time I ask, there are quite a few people who actually do this. And whenever I am around like online, social media, I do encounter a lot of artists who have their little own art sauna. So that's pretty cool. Nice to hear that you like my little mini Laula. Time for the next one. Ooh, which one is next? It's not like we're creating new ones here today, I know, but we're coloring them in. And I feel like that is a new experience to them, nonetheless. I have this mic in my face the whole time when I'm trying to look at my graphic tablet screen. It's very irritating. Okay, let me find the next one. This was Untitled 6, I think. Yeah, it was Untitled 6. So we're gonna get to the next very creative title of my art, which is Untitled 7. Let's see what it is. Ooh, it's the crying mini Lola. Okay, this is the one we're gonna do next. Again, our white base here, we're just gonna add a layer on top, activate clipping mask, I'm picking the skin color. I know it's not that special, it's not a very creative process, but it has to be done. And I figured might as well take you guys along on the process of giving you colored mini Laulas for the Discord. I can actually use them for my videos now in color too. I don't know, I always felt like it has a certain flair that they're in white, because it felt like doodles. It felt more like, oh, you're drawing something on paper, and I felt like that would fit my account with the whole drawing theme going on. But it just does look nicer with color, honestly, not gonna lie. Let's do the hair next. I still think that this hair color is too dark. This is not my actual hair color. I just wanted more contrast in these little drawings so that you can recognize it better from afar. Because I'm a low contrast person. Yeah. I can never fully be satisfied with the Sona. It never stays the same, so I just stopped trying to make one. I love both versions a lot. Thank you. Yeah, like, I also like both versions. I mean, in the end, for the videos, I can still decide. But I just think, in the Discord, it probably makes more sense to have them colored, honestly. Also, to have them, like, to make them more recognizable. I feel like it's easier to read them from afar when they're, like, super small. Like, if I zoom out, even now it's easier to recognize than if it's just white, if you know what I mean. So I think just for that, it might already be helpful from a practical perspective. Even though I do like the white idea because of the whole paper thing. Oh, I forgot to color in her arms. But yeah, the problem with like never being able to decide for an art Sona, you're not alone with that. In the last streams where I was drawing the mini Laulas, we always had this topic because it's just so hard. That's like the typical case of you have too many choices, so you don't make a choice at all, or it's even harder to make a choice because you have so many choices. In German we say Qual der Wahl. It's exactly that one. Also, when you create your art Sona, you can always decide if you want to be like realistic and stick to the way you actually look, which is kind of the vibe I was going with my mini Sona. But you can also decide to go completely berserk. You can go completely fantasy. You can give cat ears. You can make a little devil out of you. You can make an object out of you, like whatever you like. There are a lot of people who also make animal-like art Sonas. Or you can just draw yourself the way you wish you would look, or maybe just a certain vibe that you find very cool, because in the end, if you really admire a certain aesthetic or a certain look, there are people who just make a cool OC basically, and that's their art Sona, and all of that is okay. So many ideas, and yet you can't choose one to stick with. Exactly. Actually, I have changed my art Sona a few times already. Let me find it. I can show you. Where do I have it? Here. Here I still have the black and white ones. Like here you can see, these are still the uncolored versions. And my very first art Sona was this one. But that's also because I looked very different back in the day. Like back then I had this hair. I had long hair like this, and I had like this balayage thing going on with my actual real natural hair color on top, like at the roots, and then like colored bleached hair down there. I also wear these pants a lot. Like to this day, I'm wearing them right now. You see this? These are the pants from this mini Lola. These are the ones. Even this t-shirt I have. I don't know, that's like my typical comfy home look. This is not how I go out, okay? This is how I chill at home, and when I draw, I usually chill at home, so I was like, meh, might as well go with this one. Oh, that's so cute, thank you. And this one changed, because I chopped off my hair, and I dyed my hair, and the new mini Lola was born, which is also the one from my profile pic, basically. And for some reason, like, I know there's a lot of stuff that you can, like, decide for your mini Sona so that they're recognizable, like certain features that represent you. But it was so hard for me to come up with that because, okay, there's like my hairstyle, which I have here. Okay, this kind of wolf cut thing that I have going, I guess. I was going for a wolf cut, okay? I know it doesn't really look like one, but that's what I was going for. I just can never really fully achieve the look I want with German hairdressers. Is there a good way to find alternative hairdressers in Germany? I already live in a big city. I'm not gonna disclose where exactly I live because this is the internet. But I live in a big city and I still don't know how to find an alternative hairdresser, and I don't know if they exist outside of Berlin and Germany. I don't know. So, well, what I did is I have my hair style, basically. What I really wanted to include was my jewelry. Like, I always wear my earrings. I always wear this necklace my boyfriend gave me. And I always wear a lot of rings too. So usually when you see my hands in these mini sonas, I always also include the hands. Then I also try to, like, because I have a downwards turned nose, kinda. I kinda try to include that. So if you look closely, this is kinda... I was trying to replicate what my nose actually looks like. I think you can also see it here. Yeah, this is the side profile, so you can also see it here. Or... like in these ones, you can see it that I kinda try to imply it, if you know what I mean. The Laulas pants, it's your brand now, for real. I should charge like, what's it called? Commission or something. Buy my pants now, use this link to use my codes for the extra Laulas pants, yeah. The next thing I was like trying to actively decide on for my recognizable features in my Sona was the lashes, because I have very small lashes, okay? I wish I had longer lashes. My youngest sister, she got all the lashes genes. I don't know, she has super long lashes. I'm convinced that she just sucked it all out of our gene pool. It all went to her. So I'm stuck with these, okay? I have other stuff, but she got the lashes. That's okay, it's fair, I guess. Okay, I gotta live with it. But anyways, for some reason, I just decided at some point I'm just gonna imply the upper lashes and the lower lashes instead, because I don't really have long lashes, but usually when people draw the lashes and like really long lashes, even I do that, it's usually always the upper ones. So I just decided, well, I'm just gonna give myself lower lashes for some reason, and that's kind of something I stuck with for all my art sonas. I have pretty thin lips, I would say, so I didn't make them too broad or anything. And that's basically already it. All the recognizable stuff. I could have added more, like to make this character more recognizable, I guess, but I tried to keep it pretty close to what I actually look like, so that's it. Sometimes I try to imply a sort of eyeliner or eyeshadow because I do wear makeup a lot, but that's it. That's it. I genuinely just got really lucky with mine. I always look up pictures of how the hairdresser looks. I can sort of assume if they'll respect my wishes or not. I remember going to the... what's that symbol? To the hairdresser once. What's that symbol? Oh, it's from my screen, like that thingy here, which is why I couldn't read the text, lol. So I remember going to the hairdresser once to get pretty short hair and walked out with a bob. I used to have like sort of a bob back in the day, like when I was very young. It was like this length and like bangs like this. Bro, don't get me started about bangs. I do have curtain bangs now, but these don't count, okay? That's a different story. But normal bangs like this, there's such a hustle to take care of because you always sweat at the forehead, especially as a teen that's like in development. You just sweat. You sweat your ass off and the bangs absorb all of that. Okay, do I have all the hair? I think so. Again, I was messy with my base, so I'm gonna clean up some stuff here. Yeah, here too. But yeah, glad to hear that you've been lucky also with hairdressers though. You like look up pictures of how the hairdresser looks. You mean like if they look alternative in their own style? Or do you mean photos of like the results that they have created like on their Google Maps or like their website? If they have like, oh, these are our looks that we created, like sort of proof of what they've done. Which one do you mean? Because I've seen online on TikTok that people recommend to like find a picture of how the hairdresser themselves looks. to see if they look alternative or not. Like, if my hairdresser doesn't have piercings or tattoos, I'm not going. That was like sort of what I read there. I don't know how to find these people here. Because every time I go to the hairdresser, I just want to keep my hair as very voluminous at the tips. And I say to cut off more here and like keep it fluffy up there so that it gets more like a woof cut. And I don't know, just the typical thing you get here in Germany, I feel like, is long, kind of curly blonde hair, and that's it. Like the office look, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm happy with my hairdresser, that's not it, but she's like also very nice and everything. But I just feel like alternative hairstyles are just not really a thing in Germany. And whenever I try to say what I want, it's kinda like, no, I'm not doing this because you're gonna walk out of here unhappy. And I'm more like, okay, is it because you just don't do these hairstyles and like you're not used to doing these hairstyles? Or is it more that you actually think I would suck looking, like that you think it just wouldn't suit me? Because I'm convinced a good woof cut would suit me, but every time I go with the conviction to a hairdresser saying I want a woof cut, I want something like this, and I show them the pictures I want, they are hesitant and are like, nah, we're not doing this. And I'm like, why am I here? Give me what I want. Basically, their style and what they've done. My hairdresser has pretty short dyed hair and she has tattoos. See, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. But I'm pretty happy with my hairdresser because they're nice and I've gone there multiple times. I like the way they color my hair. It's more the haircut where I feel like I want something else, but I also don't know where to find it elsewhere because hairdressers are hella expensive in Germany and then you pay a lot of money for it to not even be the result you wanted. So that's kind of depressing. I don't know. I've looked around if I find a different hairdresser that's like more alt or is more used to the sort of hairstyle I am looking for, but I can't find one. I just can't. All of them are like these bougie hairdressers that make like really clean hairstyles, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm paying for what I want. I'm paying a lot of money. Get it right, damn, right? I don't want to sound disrespectful or anything, but I've always been happy with the colors. It's just, I want the haircut I envision. I know that a lot of it also depends on your hair texture, and not everyone can have the same hairstyle, maybe depending on whether you have thin hair or thick hair, if you have curly hair, straight hair. Some hairstyles won't look as it is in the pictures because you will have to style it first. I'm aware of that. But I am convinced that I should be able to get what I'm looking for. Like, they can tell me, like, you will have to style it this way to get the results you want. Like, tell me what I need to do and I will do it, or just let me know what it will look like flat or something. That's okay. But it's more like a lot of these hairdressers just don't want to go there at all, or are also probably just not doing these hairstyles often. Maybe. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people go there to get like a straight haircut and that's it. Yeah, I've had like 6 different hairstyles. Stylists tell me my hair is so thick and dark, I should never dye my hair. Oh. But did you dye it? So did you try dyeing it now and see if it works out? And like, did you prove them wrong? Basically. Okay, next up, let's add some color variation. I've never actually dyed it yet. Because I mean, like, I get it. If you have very dark and thick hair, I get it that certain hair textures are harder to dye. But if you look at all these, like, if you look at all these K-pop artists also, all of them have dark hair. And I think a lot of times, isn't it like Asian textured hair where you're like, oh, that's hard to dye or something? If you look at all of them, they have completely dyed hair all the time. They bleach it completely and have all sort of different pastel or strong colors, so apparently it does work. But okay, I guess they do have expensive hairstylists, so maybe that's that. I think it should be possible. But of course it just might take longer and can be more damaging. So like, you can advise your customer on how many rounds of dyeing it might take, or if it's gonna be very damaging, because I also have black hair naturally, and it did take quite a while to get mine completely blonde, but in the end it worked out. And I think it probably would for everyone. But of course it is training for your hair, that's true. It's so expensive to get it retouched, unfortunately. I do not trust myself to dye it myself, true. Like back in the day, when I was still a teen, my mom would dye my hair. She's not a hairdresser, but she always did it. And it looked okay, but like the first time I actually went to a hairdresser to get it dyed this way, they were like, who the fuck did this? Like, what is this disaster, basically? But I feel like, don't hairdressers just always do that? Because like, I don't know, maybe they just want to make themselves appear more professional and competent by saying that. Because I never felt like it was that bad, especially for my mom not being a hairdresser or a taught professional. And I like the look. I can show pictures, I can show pictures. Hold up. Because I was happy with that. But also for my mom, it would always take a long time to dye it. I'm gonna make the camera bigger, then you can see it better. Like if you see this. This was my hair before. I didn't want it too bright. Like we didn't bleach it all the way or something. But yeah, the way I have it now, I only got done at like an actual hairdresser. I don't know if it would have turned out as well if I did it myself or let my mom do it. My mom was also like, no, if you're gonna completely dye your hair blonde, go to an actual hairdresser. And I definitely wouldn't trust myself with doing it. But I know that there are quite a few people who do it themselves. My mom, especially, she always now re-dyes her roots herself. She has also completely blonde hair. But even even that I don't dare to do, to be honest. That's gorgeous. Oh my god, thank you. You mean the old hair? Yeah, I don't know. I got sick of it though. I don't want it anymore. So now I have this. What I have now. Like, okay, here you can see what it would look like from behind, basically. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like it sucks too much for not being done professionally, if you know what I mean. I even had red hair before. Do I have a picture? But it was like dark red. Like not red. That's not bad at all, right? I thought I was being delusional, because every time you go to a hairdresser and they found out that you got your hair done by yourself or like by your mom or like not an actual hairdresser, they always talk bad about it. Like, oh my god, yeah, you can see it, it's really bad, it really damaged your hair, or like, it just doesn't look done well. Well, duh, I go to you because it's already grown out since a year. Like, okay, I get it. Why is the first thing that happens when I go to a hairdresser the insult of my hair? Like, even if I go there now to like get my roots re-dyed, I get there, it's like a lot of months later, so like the hair will be much more yellow by this point, and of course it would be more damaged, more strained, because by that time I will have been more in the sun, the color is out, there will have been more chlorine because of going to the swimming pool, or like if salt if you went to the sea or something. Like, the hair was strained, and then you have the roots. Of course, if I go there, it's not gonna look good. This is the reason I'm going to you. Please fix it. And every time I go there, the first thing you hear is like, oh my god, your hair, yeah, it's really time. You should have come here earlier. Yeah, I know, I should have come earlier so you can charge more. So I have to pay more often if I come more often, you know. I know what you're getting at. Yeah, so sometimes I don't know if it's really like, maybe it's also that typical thing that if you're in that profession, you just can't unsee it. You know, like if you, I can imagine that if you're a hairdresser and you walk around on the street, that you judge people's hairstyles without wanting to because you just know how it's actually done. Same way as graphic designers walk around judging menus at restaurants. So maybe it's just that. I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about hairdressers or anything. Just sharing my experience. I'm really in my orange juice phase right now, but I don't think I can handle it too well. I don't know if I'm allergic or something, but my mouth gets a bit crusty here sometimes if I drink too much orange juice. So I'm trying to not drink it too much. Okay, let's do the shading next. I was yapping too much. Let's do the shading. I think it was this color. Bleach is scary. Yes, it is. At the beginning, when they like completely bleached my hair, they would just put the color on, like directly on the scalp. And I felt so sick every time they did it. I don't know. Every time I get my hair done at that hairdresser, I have to be there really early, like 8 or 9 a.m. And I stay the whole day until like 2 p.m. Last time it was like 4 p.m. Like I'm the whole day there until they close and even after sometimes because it takes that long. And first of all, I'm very tired because I go there on a Saturday this early and sit there my whole day to get my hair done. So I'm just tired, okay? That's one thing. But then all these chemicals, I don't know, it just kind of burns in the eyes. It's like really hard to keep the eyes open at some points. I'm like, it's kind of burning from within. I don't know how to explain it. It's also this odor that you have, like, it's all in the air and it's like, so nauseating. And every time I get asked if I'm okay, I look so angry. Why do you look so angry? I'm like, I'm tired. Just leave me alone, bro. I just can't nap in the seat here for like 6 hours while you do my hair. I need to talk with you, small talk, or else I come across as rude and I still get asked if I'm angry. Bro. I'm not the type to have a restless bitch face, to be honest. Like, never been accused of that. I was actually told I look very kind a lot of times. But this is annoying me. Every time I go there, I get asked if I am annoyed or if I am angry at them. No, I'm just having chemicals in my eyes and I'm tired. I'm just looking as I look. Can we please not keep asking me? Thank you. I need to create one more layer. Yeah, so that was especially bad when they did it directly on the scalp, and my scalp did not was not good for my scalp at all. I would start getting a very irritated scalp after these sessions. And so the last time we tried doing it with strands, basically it's already grown out a little bit, but you could hardly see it, honestly. You would hardly see the roots, but they wouldn't apply the dye directly to the scalp, but more like right in front of it by doing it strand for strand. Very thin strands, so it took even longer, but it's less training for my health, I guess, and like my scalp and everything, so we just did it that way. And I could definitely see that it was much better. Like this time my scalp wasn't as much of a problem as last time, and I was still accused of looking angry, but I had less chemical feeling in my eyes, so I was surprised to get called angry again, not gonna lie. I don't look angry. I don't have a resting bitch face or anything, that's not something bad, okay, just clarifying this, but I really have been told a lot of times that I look very kind most of the time. So I'm kind of surprised to get called angry there every time I get there. All my hairdresser comments on is how quickly my hair grows back. Oh, honestly, there are so many people who want to have quicker growing hair because they want to like grow their hair out. But for me, it's the opposite. I'm just like, please don't grow as fast. Just don't keep growing that fast. I don't want to have to re-dye my roots that fast again. And I don't want to have to recut them again. Just don't grow out as much, please. So kind of the opposite problem. You always get what you don't have, right? And you always want what you don't have. Every time I go to her, she always lets out a little gasp and is just shocked by the length. Oh my god. It's so annoying, right? And I feel like every time the people who don't want it to grow that fast, they always get it, and the ones who want it to grow fast don't. So why can't we just change? Can I just give this growth factor to people who want to grow out their hair? Can we like change? There are people who add like rosemary oil and everything to their scalp and like massage it to get more hair growth. I can give you my genes for it. You can have my hair growth, and I don't want it. And then we're win-win. Honestly, can we do that? We're so far in science. How can we not have found a solution for that yet? To exchange hair growth rates. It's again a naked Laula. I'm just noticing. Sometimes I was too lazy to add any clothes to her. Because it just also would just make it too clustered. Like in images like this, you wouldn't even see the clothes. Like she could be wearing a crop top and you wouldn't know. Okay, did I shade everything? Not quite. So if we zoom out, that looks okay. And last but not least, some highlights. Not happy with this. I don't have resting bitch face. I have a very bad case of looking nervous everywhere I go. There's a 50% chance I actually am nervous, but people approach me less because of this. I've had a guy genuinely call me intimidating before. Damn. That's the first time I hear that looking nervous looks intimidating. Like, I kind of think that those are polar opposites of each other. I don't know, for me, every time I saw someone that looked kind of nervous, that always inclined me to wanna approach them even more. Because I was like, oh, maybe I can kind of include this person somehow or calm them down a little bit or figure out what it is, what's making them nervous, and kind of help out. I don't know. Maybe it's my helper syndrome or something. I went to IKEA yesterday, and I'm always surprised how huge it is there. I was like not even halfway through the IKEA. That's when you get to the restaurant, and I thought I was pretty much done. Turns out there was more than half of IKEA left. He said I looked really nervous and made him apparently scared I'd lash out at him if he approached me. What the fuck? Like, that would be your last straw? Like, you have, you know, like, someone approaches you and that's like the last straw and you just explode or something? What the fuck? Weird. I don't know, first time I heard it, but that's crazy. I'm wondering if I should add highlights to the tiers, or if it's gonna be confusing if I do that. I'm not sure, but maybe I can do these. Does it look weird if I add these white highlights to these stripes? Like, I would keep them on the eyes, but like on the tier stripes. Is it weird? Like, especially if we zoom out. Maybe I should just remove that dot down here. That's probably better. Does it look weird? Very good. I think it looks good. Since it's wet and all. I would keep it, I think. I guess. I was so confused too. I feel like that's like a very unique, exceptional case. I feel like that's not the general case for people to react that way. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like that was a very particular interaction that is unlikely to repeat itself. Also, yes, IKEA is giant. I always have to resist temptation to get a one of their plushies. Like, right, there was a whole plushie area. I completely overlooked that one, I think. Because I was so focused on getting that one pillow I wanted. I completely overlooked all the plushies, not gonna lie. I have failed at resisting temptation 6 times in the past. My tactics are not working. Maybe if you go with a specified budget. Maybe if you go with like one piece of like 10 euros or something, or like 5 euros, and you tell yourself, okay, that's all I brought and I'm not gonna pay more. You're not even gonna bring your cards or anything, just the 5 or 10 euros, and maybe that's a way to resist. I don't know. Or you just, maybe you just refuse to walk through there, but you also can't, because like the whole way through IKEA has like a certain line that you follow, an ever ongoing line where you go through all these departments. So kind of hard to avoid it, right? It looks good, thank you. All right, then I'm gonna keep it. I have fully abandoned my plan to buy a flower pot, to buy a husky plush. It looked at me first, I promise. Oh my god. Well, I guess it was meant to be. What else can I say? Okay, we're done with this mini Lola. Let's export it. Untitled 7. Wow, the names are getting better and better. So now that we've done that, it's time for Untitled 8, right? Untitled 8. Untitled 8. Ooh, this one. This one. I like it, but since I have the other one, like, where is it? Since I have this one, I don't even use it that often anymore in the Discord. But I still feel like both of them, even though they're similar, they're also different. Do you know what I mean? They're not quite the same. This one is more like, what? What? And like peeking, like kind of overhearing stuff. Like that's the sort of thing. And the other one, where is it? It's more like, are you sure? I feel like I'm watching a new installment of a movie series like Marvel with every untitled. Yeah. Do you want to see how many untitles I have in my repertoire? You want to see? But it's like, it's kind of a trilogy. Because like we have the few ones, like 3, that actually are named something. That's the exception. And we have the normal untitled with an amazing 10 parts to it, and Untitled 1, Untitled 2, etc. And then the ones I have from Procreate are actually called Untitled Artwork 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So I know, amazing. You should definitely watch all the parts of the movies. Recommend. Okay, let's go. Clipping mask, as always. I don't know what I would do without clipping mask, honestly. Do you draw on PC, laptop, phone? What do you use? And depending on the program, do you use clipping masks? You see how I made the lines here for the eyes and ear and here? How I made these darker? Because it was all too wishy-washy, too mushy together with like all the same color. So I explicitly just made these parts darker. Like that was my short-term solution and I'm sticking with it. Oh my god, yes, oh my god. Untitled Artwork, that's so fancy. They upped the budget on that one, absolutely. It was the Procreate budget. We can't even do these ones anymore because I'm gonna need more budget to buy my new iPad, as you guys know. So yeah, those are the rare ones. These are the last fossils. Okay, let's do the hair. I really like the way my hair looks here. At least I can draw my hair the way I want it to be, okay? That's my escape. That's me living the dream. Last time, I needed such a long time to decide on the hair color I want to give my Artsona for these stickers. I was this close to just giving myself purple hair, because I really just want purple hair. Not gonna lie, I have been playing with this idea more and more, and you guys have been suggesting it too on stream. I see it. I can see it. But also, I don't know, I don't dare to do it, because first of all, I'm starting a new work soon. I don't know how they're about strange colored hair. Also, the main point though is not even that one for me, but more the maintenance, because as far as I know, it washes out really quickly. And I don't know. I don't know how difficult it is to maintain like colorful hair. I did ask my hairdresser if like, in theory, what if I actually wanted purple hair? Would that work? And what maintenance does it mean for me, or how quickly would it wash out? And she was like, oh yeah, all colors that are like blue, purple, pink, all of those wash out really quickly. You can't really do anything about it. You can just re-dye it a lot. Or there's even conditioners, hair conditioners that have toning inside like a certain dye, so that you can like buy a pink conditioner or like a purple conditioner. She also showed me some that she could give me basically. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, all my stuff about those ones. So I was like, maybe I can live my dreams through my Artsona, right? Because that's also kind of what an Artsona is for. So I was this close to giving her purple hair. Also, especially since my hair color and skin color are so close, and since me in real life doesn't have a lot of contrast with this, and it's so hard to see it from afar because the colors are so similar. It feels like a small picture. I was like, maybe I'll just do it purple. But the main reason I did decide to not do it in the end was because my icon is already this blonde. And I feel like it might be confusing if I just suddenly make the stickers with purple hair, but not this one. And I don't feel like changing this one. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? I'm very much overthinking this, honestly. Very much. Bro, can I make clean colors at some point, maybe? Yeah. Okay, should I give her a purple shirt? Or, again, as we did for the last one, basically the color of the shirt I'm wearing. Like, where did we have it? We had it here, like the shirt that I'm wearing currently. Or, as we already did for another mini Laula, we don't have it here. I have it over here. Colored ones. Like here, I just gave her a purple t-shirt. Because purple really is the color of my whole YouTube account, kinda. But I don't know. I feel like maybe I like that better. But it might also be hard to see on the Discord screen, if you think about it. Because it has a dark background, usually. I don't know. Just ciao ciao bot. I draw on my phone. I use Ibis Paint X and occasionally use the clipping mask. Alright. I could also see purple highlights. Purple highlights? Like, you mean the white highlights I have here just in purple? That might be difficult to recognize. So that it doesn't just look like the line art, if you know what I mean. True. That's not the same color. That's not the same color. It was darker, wasn't it? Oh no, it's because of the shading. It was actually this color. Huh. Okay. It's gonna look fine once I do the shading. I don't know, I'm not that happy with my Artsona. But I also don't feel like changing it. You're never gonna be completely happy with your Artsona. You're always gonna want to change it. But I've put too much time and effort now. I've made too many singular ones. I forgot her rings. Okay guys, if you see in my mini Laulas that the hands are visible but I did not add rings, please remind me to add rings if I forget. We're gonna add rings to her, definitely. kind of crazy what shading can do to colors. True. Do you like using multiply for shading? Okay, I'm gonna do it now before I forget. I do. Nice. Yeah, I think it does make a lot of stuff easier because you don't have to color pick every single one, every single base color. Can you recognize that it's rings? I think you can. Should be good. Time for shading. It's always funny when I forget to put it on multiply. And then you just see purple on top. If I zoom out. Looks good, right? Maybe just one more thing. Like here. And I want to fix some of the white base. Where else? Alright. And highlights. What if I add white around here? So that this is easier to see. I think I'd have to do it here. It would be easier to recognize the brow shape then from afar, probably. What do we think? I think it does help to see it better. I saw the tip somewhere, like do white outlines for the stuff you want to emphasize. Maybe let's do the same for the eyes. It looks a bit silly if it's close. But from afar? Okay, wait. I need to put on my glasses so I can assess this decision. Okay, so from afar. I feel like that might be better. Maybe I can save a version without these white outlines and one with. Because like if I'm making a video and this is gonna be seen close by, like zoomed in, maybe this is too much. But for far away, this might actually work. Maybe I should have done this more for other mini Laulas too. Hold up. I'll save 2 versions. Is that the next part of the movies, the sequel? Untitled 8.1, 8.2. Damn. Okay, and this is Untitled 8.2. Wow. I'm gonna see which one looks better on Discord. Okay, do we want to do one more? Let's see. What's Untitled 9? Oh yeah, that one I definitely still want to do. The next one, oh yeah, maybe if I have enough energy, maybe we're gonna do 2 of them still. Let's see how many we can still do. Hi, Art Gallus! How are you doing? If it ain't my favorite streamer. Ah, you're too cute. How goes the emote making? Well, we're not directly making new ones. We're just coloring in the old ones. I don't know if you saw yet, but like we already have a few colored versions that you can use in the Discord. Like these ones. Like these ones we colored last time. Yeah, these 4, like 3, yeah, 3 we made the stream. So those are gonna be added soon. And yeah, let's see how many more we're gonna be making. I think I want to do this one next. Also, see, I'm so inconsistent. The line art here is brighter than this one. I should have just done all of them in one batch, using the same color palette, using the same brush thickness and everything, using a base maybe even, so that it's easily recognizable from afar. I don't know, I should have done it better. It is what it is. What did I want to do? Okay, so we're just gonna hop here to line art. Control U. I'm gonna make this darker. Alright, that's better. No one would notice. But it might just be more difficult to see from afar, honestly, because it's just easier to read from afar, I think, if the lines are darker. And we're gonna hide the rest again. How are you doing, Art Gillis? How's your day? How was your week? I saw you're still continuing your line art series, more or less. Unofficially. Maybe me, but me noticing stuff is not something to base all designs upon. True. Yeah, we all have that extra something we pay attention to, don't we? Would you say you're more on the... Hello, clipping mask? Do you see that I'm pressing on clipping mask? And it's not happening? Hello? Hello? Okay. Would you say you're more on the perfectionistic side as an artist? Yeah, it is indeed not a clipping mask. Still. What if I use my mouse? Okay. Whatever. I swear, my technical stuff is always so random. So random. Okay, will it now work? Now. Okay. Daily art has been fun. Really enjoying the process of this new world. New, I think. I am planning on entering a game jam, so maybe we will see the airship Yuri in a short visual novel. Oh, that's so cool. Fingers crossed that it works out. How does it work? What does game jam mean? Is that a thing I just don't know about? Does it mean multiple artists come together to do something? I don't believe one can ever be perfect, but I do look down upon my work. Yeah, we're always harsh upon ourselves, aren't we? Wait, is that still hair in the back there? Yes, it is. You see this? I forgot to color this in because I didn't think there was anything. The ability to understand my own lines shall not be taken for granted. Game jams are short durations where you create video games. They are like mini challenges to add constraints to help you not be too perfect with what you make. Big in the indie scene. Ooh, I didn't know about that. That's cool. Thanks for explaining. Sounds fun, definitely. Probably also a very nice opportunity to network. How do you even get into these things? Is it something you find online where it's like, hey, we're looking for people to join our, what's it called again? Game jam? Is it something like that they put out looking for people note somewhere on TikTok, social media? I don't know. Or I don't know. How do you find people for that? Did I miss any spots? I don't think so. Okay, let's add our typical color variation that no one will see from afar, but that I still want to add because I want to. And since I might also add these little mini Laulas in my videos, might as well. How are your mini art zonas going, by the way? Art galas. I think I saw a new one today. They're so cute. I think you're doing a great job at making them recognizable. Like, they're very consistent in their style, which I like a lot. Which I don't see happening with mine. Okay, my rings are silver, so might as well just make this white. I am somewhat well networked, or I can make posts on some indie game discords that I lurk in. Many small people want to partake. That's cool. Networking is generally always important. Honestly, no matter the profession, probably, it's always better to be well networked than not. Especially in the art industry, I do keep hearing about it a lot, especially since it can be so hard to break into it, which is really a shame. I recently saw the discussion online whether it is basically a must as an artist who wants to work in the industry to have an online presence. I don't know, how do you guys see it? I'm not sure how I stand on this, honestly. I don't even think I can say much about it since, as you know, I am not in the industry. I'm self-taught, I do this as a hobby. I work something completely different. I think the argument was that you might not need to be a huge influencer in the sorts of, oh, you're a very famous streamer, you're a very famous YouTuber, TikToker, Instagrammer. You don't need to have dozens and dozens of followers. It was more about being consistent on your accounts so that basically, if people stumble upon your accounts, they can see what you're doing, that you're consistent with it, that you're improving over time, that you're active, and you never know who finds your account, and maybe it might be a way to network, connect with people, and find your way into the industry somehow, maybe even get sought out after. But honestly, I don't know if that's a thing that happens. I feel like wouldn't studios already be overflown with people applying, that people who are in that application process probably are not gonna look around on like social media to find artists. I can't believe that it's common that you get stumbled upon. I don't know. As I said, I don't have any experience. I'm curious how you stand on this, what you think. It definitely doesn't hurt. I think it's a good thing to have some visibility out there and put yourself out there. You never know, maybe you get big, and especially if you do get a lot of followers and stuff, then I do think that might raise your chances in breaking into the industry. I don't know, just thinking out loud, I think that might correlate, but it also might not. Just because you have a huge following, your art might still not be what the industry is looking for, and it might not guarantee a place in the industry. It probably doesn't. But I just don't think that recruiters for an art studio or something look on social media and are like, oh, that's a cool no-name artist. I'm gonna ask them if they want to come to the studio, because they probably have 12 applications already. And it's like, even if you apply and send your portfolio, you are among so many people. Like, why would they go out of their way to look further than that when they already have people they are networked with and they know and that they are already working with, that they will probably just ask again to work there, or already have a dozen applications? I don't know. Mine aren't super consistent. I also struggle with stylization, but I try not to put too much trust on myself. That's true. But I still think you're doing a great job. If you're getting into the industry now, you need to have at least some networking. I think the same, yeah. Followers aren't great for finding work. You apply to jobs, you're rarely sought out. See, that's exactly my thought. It doesn't hurt to have an online presence, but I don't think it's a must. I don't know, maybe, I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't think it's a must. It doesn't hurt, it might be good, but I don't think it's gonna improve your chances. The only thing it might actually help you with is for yourself. Like, if you stay consistent, if you are already used to working consistently on art, if it's something that helps you broaden your portfolio, if it's something that helps you challenge yourself and also put out more work that you can then put into your portfolio, like in that sense, I can definitely see that it could help you. But in terms of being sought out for, I don't think so. I don't know if I saw the full argument. Maybe the creator was thinking a different direction, actually. I might have to see if I can find it again. But if that's what it's about, nice to have, but I don't think it's gonna help you much, to be honest. That's the first mini Laula that has an open mouth, right? I think so. Your options are: be one hell of an artist that everyone would hire immediately, or have networking, and you always need luck. That's what I keep hearing too. As I said, I can not say much about it since I'm not trying to get into the industry. I have not applied to stuff, and I have not been to art university or something. But from the stuff I see in the art bubble, like, I am around in the art bubble a lot. I am in art community. I hear people talk about it, talk about their experiences. That is definitely the same vibe I'm getting. And it does seem to make sense from what I'm hearing. Unfortunately, it's a very competitive industry from what I'm getting. Okay, if we zoom out. I make this brighter. Do you think the colors are good this way for the mouth? Is it easy enough to recognize? I'm not sure. Should I make something darker or brighter? Maybe I should also do the white outlines later. Maybe. Okay, let's do the shading next. In the meantime... Oh no. Wrong button. Do you have tips on getting faster as an artist? I mean, I don't have to, since I'm just doing it as a hobby. But sometimes I annoy myself for being this slow. But there are also days where I'm just faster. There are slow days, there are fast days. Also depending on how warmed up I am sometimes. Hopefully I can find work next year. Fingers crossed. I really wish all the best to all my fellow artists that are struggling when it comes to that. You are a streamer, so naturally you will be slower as you're doubling as a host and arting. That's true, but it mostly comes down to doing art often, a good visual library, and quick analysis skills. That's true. Yeah, I think also, especially if you stay consistent with it and are used to putting out multiple drawings a day and you just try to get used to it more day by day. That's already a huge part of it, probably. Visual library, I also agree with. I would say I'm at a point where I have a decent visual library for the stuff I do draw, or stuff that's already out of my comfort zone. That's where I also will realize, oh, I'm slower, because I will have to look up more stuff. Or I will have to experiment more to get the look I'm looking for. No, I'm just gonna not overline the eyes so that they're easier to recognize from afar. I hear my cat screaming. I think she's locked out. The not fun answer is practice, true. Because you can't really nail it down to one thing, it's just doing regular art with naturally, which will naturally bring it up about. That's true. Okay, my eyes are tired. It's glasses time. Ew, they're dirty. I need to clean them. What I do way too often when I'm wearing glasses is this to like push them up again just with my nose, because if they like slide down, I'm just like fixing it like this. Am I the only one? Can't be, right? There must be other people like me that do this and look weird to different people. Meow. Should I let her in? She's screaming. Okay, let's do the highlights. Kind of getting warmer again. I was doing fine like half an hour ago, but now... Wait. Hardly working. I think the battery is empty. Do you hear it a lot? Yeah, the battery is empty now. Well, that was a good 2 seconds while it lasted. Think should do white outlines here. I feel like no one uses this emoji in the Discord. Either no one is angry, or just because it's not that good. Maybe if I do these white outlines, it's gonna become clearer and pop out better. Maybe more people are gonna be angry in the Discord then. Okay, I need to bring in the cat, she's screaming. I hear what you need. I will start a fight in the new Discord and increase the need for it. Thank you, much appreciated. Did you hear that? She's back, the star of the show. What do you have to tell the audience? Do you have a hot take, Nila? No? What do you think her hot take would be? That her walking on my keyboard was actually fixing my stuff instead of breaking it? Hey, baby. For some reason, this is the hottest room in the apartment. Like, I just opened the door again and some more fresh air comes in. Maybe it's because of our PCs being here. But like, it's always been this case, even before we had PCs, that this room was kind of the warmest of them all. Especially in the winter. The people that live over us, I think, they heat a lot. Like, they activate their heaters a lot in the winter. And it would kind of get through to us too, sort of. So that was nice, because we wouldn't have to heat as much here in the room. But yeah, I really can't explain in the summer what the reason might be. I should probably put my artist glove into the laundry sometime. I was sweating through it this summer. Time to clean it. Where's that coming from? You see that white spot? Where's that coming from? What the fuck? Kitty! Yes, yes. We have done white outlines around these red thingies, which is good. I'm actually even thinking about doing white outlines for the hands here, because I feel like the shape of these hands is not very clear from afar. Like, if I zoom, you don't really understand what the hands are doing, do you? Let's just give it a try, if that's gonna help with the readability of the sticker. If we don't like it, we can still remove it. I think I already like this better. Not even zoomed out. Even like that already. Yeah, I like this better. Still not that easy to recognize. But it's definitely better this way. Gonna keep that. Untitled 9. Ooh. Okay, then possibly the last one we want to color today would be this here. The mini queen Lala. Lala. However we want to see it. Alright, let's go. This is giving purple dress already. Or what color do you think? Should we give the dress? Because I don't have a dress like that. There's no actual clothes I can reference from my wardrobe. Oh, it's not clipping mask. Let's change that. It still looks so weird that everything is in green grayscale for me. Yellow or a blush? Yeah, I was also thinking yellow, honestly. I can see yellow. Why is the yellow getting covered? Did I do it on the white base? Bro. Okay, I'm just gonna color it separately then. Welp, my colony and game is dead. Oh no! Already? What a shame. Is it like in D&D, basically? You're dead and then you're out? I'm confused what that was supposed to be. I'm wondering if that was supposed to be my back or if it was supposed to be the end of my hair. I'm not sure anymore. We will never know. We will never know. It's RimWorld and sorta. Oh, okay. Everyone has starved since I spent all my resources capturing some gay colonists from another faction so my gay leader could have a partner. It was not worth it, but for the story it is. You do you. As long as it's fun, that's what games are for. Okay. I might actually fancy the yellow idea for the dress. We're just gonna use the same yellow we did for the top I had, maybe. Maybe baby blue might also be cute. Okay, this is yellow. What are we thinking? Wait, which one was alpha lock? I thought that was alpha lock. But it's not. Oh no, that's the hair. I'm stupid. No. It's a story generator mostly with survival colony elements. Ooh, that's cool. I've never tried a game like that. Slay Queen, right? I think the yellow is cute. I think that's cute. I'm probably gonna stay with that one. Okay, let me fix some parts in the white base. Like here. Where else? Here. Something's missing. Here. Is that it? Here a little bit. That's it, I think. I don't think anything else. Or maybe here a little bit. Maybe no. Okay, let's go on with shading. There are so many Photoshop functions that I still don't know and understand. Like I just pressed this and then there was a lock sign. That can't be the locking, right? That would be lock. Why did it get a lock sign if I do this? Whatever. I don't care. I really don't. The game's tough, but that's sort of the enjoyment. We do like torturing ourselves for fun, don't we? Usually I do these lines still in the line art, but it's missing. And it's irritating me. Because I always add these to my mini Laulas. How did I forget? Was this supposed to be empty? But it's a bit too thin for that. Well, if I make the line thicker... Do I have shading everywhere I need it to be? And do I still need to fix stuff in the base? Here. The rest should be fine. Then let's head to the highlights. You know how you try to fix a line more and more and it just gets bigger and bigger? What's your opinion on feta cheese? I think I like it. Especially in a salad. And like in certain dishes. But it's not like I eat it overly often. Why? What's your opinion on it? I love it. I would and do eat it straight for the brine filled tub they come in. Alright, nice. I generally just love cheese, honestly. It's perfect. Nothing could make it better. So it's your absolute favorite cheese. Are you also such a fan about every cheese? Like, do you just really like cheese in general, or is it really just feta? Cheese. I assume that's a yes, I like all cheese thing. Very few cheeses a no. True, true. Do you know mold cheese? Or like blue cheese or whatever the name is? I don't think I've ever tried it, but that's actually where I draw the line, because it doesn't look edible. Maybe it's just me. It doesn't look like something that should be eaten. I know there are people who really are obsessed with it, but I don't know. Couldn't bring myself to try it. I used to be a picky eater, but I've gotten better, okay? Like, I try new stuff nowadays. But that's like one of the few things I really don't dare to eat it, because it looks like it's gonna make me sick. I'm a cheese enjoyer. Got any recommendation for when I make my Europe trip? Probably going to France and Germany. Ooh. Well, Strasbourg is also very close to the German border, so I think that would definitely be worth a trip. It's just pretty cute city. Where have I been? Like, I've been to Granville before in France, which I found quite pretty. Oh yeah. To make sure I'm not confusing it with the other place I went to, though. Because I've been to 2 trips there. I think that was the one in the north, right? To the sea. They also have like Watmeer, what do you call it? When like the sea goes back and you have like all the mud. That's like Watmeer in German. I think they had that too there. And we also made a trip for that extra. As part of the Normandie, as far as I know. So that was a cute visit. Did I find a map with it? Yeah, I think that's the one I mean. I don't remember the second place I went, to be honest. I was pretty young. In Germany, I recommend visiting Heidelberg, I think. Heidelberg is a very pretty city. What are my neighbors doing? Do you hear that noise? It sounds like they're taking a baseball bat and smashing it against my heaters or something. What the fuck is going on? Anyways. Hi, Sosa Ribeiro. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Which places can I still recommend in Germany? Well, there are quite a few castles. There's Schloss, the Sissi Schloss. Like a lot of castles. Like if you look for it, you will probably find a lot of recommendations of like pretty rural, not that well-known places with very nice castles. That might be worth a trip. If you like big cities and partying, Berlin really has that nightlife and everything. It's like the capital also. Hamburg is supposed to be pretty nice. Can you shut the fuck up? What are you doing? Are you smashing your head against my heaters or... I bet it's that family with children down there, I bet. I know it. I swear, the moment we moved in here, people suddenly started getting children. What's going on? Also, there are like children who live down the street. They are so loud. They are so loud. They scream as if they're dying. But then again, I can't complain because I was also a loud child, so... Well. I want to outline the hands again to see if that's gonna help with the readability. I hate outlining stuff like that. I'm a homebody, got that sensory overstimulation, I get that. That's nice that you're doing a trip. Are you doing it by car? Or by train, maybe? Oh, you're probably gonna fly to Europe, first of all, but I mean, once you get here, how are you gonna get around? Okay, so if I zoom out, yeah, it is easier to recognize, isn't it? Like, compared to the original, definitely. I think the white lines do make it a bit better. Maybe I'm also gonna do this. That should be good, right? Yeah, I think that's good. Am I done? I might be done. Hold up. Am I done? Maybe. Sometimes you don't even realize, like, oh my god, I'm done with this piece. Damn. Like, I have that with bigger pieces too, where it's like, oh, you're already 5 hours into that piece, and you're like, damn, I have so much to do, and you're like, so much in your flow and focus. And then suddenly you're like, wait, I'm done. Wait, what? I'm pretty much done. What? Is that just me? Okay. Untitled 10. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna save one version without these fat outlines for maybe my videos where you see them close up, you know? So that's gonna be Untitled 10.2. Okay. Train mostly. Have to see though. I'll be going with my mom, so probably whatever method works best for 2 of us. I should also state we drive on the left side of the roads. Oh, okay, okay. I can't wrap my head around that, honestly. Are you allowed to just go like, if you live outside the EU, is your driver's license valid in EU, or do you have to do papers first? And how is it if, like in your case, you drive on the other side of the roads? Does that change the whole approval process? Do you maybe have to do a lesson or something, or like prove that you are able to do it? I don't know. How does that work? Germany seems like a place where you would have a lot of bureaucracy in that regard. I'm thinking if there's anything I can recommend to you for like going by train here in Germany. We have the Deutschland ticket still, which is like 50 something euros, which you can take and you can pay it monthly. And with that you can go around all Germany by regional trains. There are also the inter-regional trains where are faster. They're called ICE and IC. Yeah, I think just those two. Like you wouldn't be able to take those. You would have to pay extra to pay these fast trains for like direct connections. But you can get around with regional trains a lot of times, and those would be included in this ticket. Because if you're gonna go by train a lot, it might get expensive real quick, so maybe it's worth checking if that might be worth it. I'm just not sure if you can take the Deutschland ticket for just 1 month. I'm not sure. And I don't know how much in advance you would have to do that. It might be good to get the Deutsche Bahn app if you want to get around for Germany. There you can also check best price, like best price filter, because if you book enough in advance, some trips are a bit cheaper than they usually would be. Yeah. Get an international license. I don't think there's much changes for those with other sides of the road. There are very few countries like this, so it would be weird to have heavy restrictions. So you mean you have to get an international license first? Interesting. Alright. Actually done with this, damn. Let's recap what we've done. We have created the high. I forgot her rings! Hold up. Should I actually outline the arm here, maybe? What do we think? Because, like, we're done though anyways. Might as well change a few things. It was this one. This is the line art. Let's add rings. I know it's just a small detail, but it's more accurate this way. And now I want to see what it would look like if we outline that arm. If maybe it's easier to recognize. Do you think that's good? Hello? Where did my stream go? Are you still here? It all went black for a second. It says that it's restarting the stream. Wait. Huh? Okay, it didn't get cut off or something on YouTube, as it seems. That's weird. Like, it's even restarting the timer. That's weird. As long as you're still here, as long as you can still see and hear me. Wait, what? Alive again. Was I gone for a second? Weird. Okay, we were in the midst of recapping. We did the little high, we did the little crying mini Lola. Maybe I should also, like, I started this outlining white thing later. Maybe I should also do this for the hands here, honestly. Shall we fix that too? Might not be a bad idea. This might be better. I think that's better. A throbber appeared is all, but after the staggering it just went on fine. Weird. What causes this? Maybe a lag? Something with my internet, maybe? Okay. Hi Lola. Crying mini Lola. Then we had the side-eye mini Lola, which we already did with these white outlines. We might actually also want to do the hand with that. Wait, so if I zoom out... Wow, that's a lot. Maybe? Maybe it would make sense. Well, I'm a bit on a fixing streak right now. Is it weird now that there are stickers where I did this and others where I didn't? See, that's what I mean. I'm so inconsistent because I remember I can do that stuff too late. And I don't want to change it for every single one. Artworks is now live? The fuck? I have been live the whole time. Stream Elements, what do you mean? See, somewhere it's restarted my stream. So weird. Like, this should be good. I could. Yeah, I'm fixing. Oh no, I already have it. Let's go. So this is 8.3. Damn. Many revisions. Untitled final stuff, you know? Okay, so we have Mini Lola High, we have Mini Lola Crying, we did Mini Lola Side Eye, we have Angry Mini Lola, and we have the Slaying Queen Mini Lola. That's the wrong one. That's the one with the outlines. Alright. I'd say these were the most important ones I definitely still wanted to do today. Let's quickly open Discord. We have this one then, this one, this one. Well, there are still a few missing. Maybe we're gonna do this another time, like this one, this. Oh, do we still not have that one? Damn. I thought I already did that. Wait, didn't I do this last time? Wait, what? I didn't? Damn. Maybe just that one I should still do. Should I? But I'm getting hungry and I want to eat. Next time. Are we gonna get those into Discord now, okay? What I need to do is go into settings. Yeah, now you see the behind the scenes, what I'm doing here, right? You go to emojis. You can see that all the slots are full already. And I am going to... Where is it? That's the first one, the mini Lala queen. Bye bye. Do I have to cut them? Like, some of them are not perfectly square, are they? I feel like sometimes I'm not using all the space. You know what I mean? Like, should I cut this out even more? Maybe another time. Okay, next one is Mini Lola Angry. The next one is the Mini Lola Side Eye. I know these names are amazing. They are obviously very important. Generally, you want one of the sides to be as close to the edge as possible. Alright. I should want that. Maybe I should take some time to crop it sometime. I'm not gonna do it now, but there will be a day when I'm gonna fix it, I think. I should have just done it right from the very beginning, but now I'm too lazy. Not gonna lie. I know better now. And what's still missing? The high, right? There we go. Is that it? I think those were all of them, I think. Right? It looks like it. Alright, so if I were to now check it out here. See? Here we go. Cute. 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 Alright. I'm gonna send a message in the Discord again that we have new colored stickers. I should definitely color in the rest sometime too. But with that, I'd say that's it for today's stream at least. Thank you again for everyone who joined me, who was active in chat. And as I already announced a few times in the last streams, this was the last of these regular streams, because so far it was all along the lines of I stream once a week. And that will not be the case in the future anymore, because starting next week I will have a lot of personal changes now and I will get much more busy again. So I will still be here. This is not a goodbye. You're not rid of me yet. But I will just not be streaming and posting as regularly and frequently as I have been so far. But yeah, please do leave a follow on my socials, turn on the notifications, and join the Discord so you see when I do something and can join me then. Yeah, also join the Discord server so that you can use the new colored mini Laulas, the new colored stickers that we made today. And yeah, with that, that's it. We're probably gonna do more streams in the future, but they're just gonna be on different days. They're not gonna be necessarily on a Friday, not exactly a certain time, and just not every week, just when I feel like it or when I have the time. And I definitely do want to make one more stream where I color in the mini Laulas, because there are still a few more. I also still want to do more of the I Draw Your OCs live streams. I still have a lot of submissions that I have not forgotten about, so I hope we can get to that at some point. As you guys know, I also have the art submissions, which means that you guys have been submitting your art for either the video format where I give you art advice, for the art roast video format, or just to get a shout out in my videos. So of course, since I will be posting less regularly now, these will not be done except if I make a video. Like if I make a video, I can do a shout out. If I make a video that also happens to be the art advice or art roast video, then I can use your art there. But don't be surprised if I am not using your art submissions anytime soon, because as I just said, yeah, I will be more busy now. Let's see when I get around to it and if I do. But please, the Discord server is not dead. I definitely want this one to be kept alive, even if I will be posting less frequently. And I do plan to still be active in that Discord, and I hope that you guys will be too, because I'm very happy that we have created this little community. And I want to say thanks again for everyone who was joining my lives frequently in these past months and for being a part of this Discord community that we've created, because I still find it pretty wild that we have now over 180 people there, as far as I know. And I never would have expected that. And with that, I have reached one of my goals, which was to create a little art community. And I've heard so many people say that they're very happy that they found the server and they're glad to be part of this community, which I'm so happy to hear. And I definitely want to keep this going. With that, I wish you all a happy weekend. Have a nice rest of the day. And see you hopefully soon. Bye!